comes at night. I don't understand. You and I so different now. We are always, always on the edge. Hearts are open wide. Different yet alike. You and I so different now. We are always, always on the edge.
Annual Dam Short Film Festival. We are live from the Boulder Dam Hotel in the middle of the wine walk, which we'll explain in a second. I'm Lee Lanier, the co-founder and director of continuity. Beside me is Heather Abel, director of community outreach. We have some very happy winners behind us. Heather, what the heck is going on right now?
It sounds like some very enthusiastic wine walkers. So the Boulder City Chamber of Commerce actually puts on a wine walk every month. And I'm going to get it wrong. It's like the second Saturday of every month. And what they do is they set up little wine tastings at, I think it's 30 plus businesses that they've got going on right now. You check in, you take your designated wine glass, and then you wander around Boulder City. And you know, really all the businesses here are within walking proximity. If you're not within walking proximity, then they allow you to set up a table fairly close to downtown. And, you know, we just thought we would take advantage of that because we are a member of the Chamber of Commerce. We do host a wine walk stop pretty much every wine walk month. And, of course, the film festival is going on right now. So why not? You know, it's a great opportunity for us to reach out to people that are coming up from Henderson and Bullhead City and, you know, Laughlin that come up frequently enough. I mean, look at them. They're excited. I mean, yeah, they're drinking wine, and who doesn't get excited when they're drinking wine? So, but it's a great opportunity for us to interact with the community and the public and the people that are out on the wine walk. And of course, we're doing our live streaming right out of the office here. We've got windows on the office. Did anybody pipe in and let us know what they wanted us to name our office? I mean, we're the
cage, the bullpen.
Yeah,
we'll
something fun. I mean, it's worldwide headquarters was what we were calling it.
It's true.
And really, we are. I mean, where are you guys watching from? Really, it's worldwide headquarters. So that's what we're doing. We're giving away swag from the last couple of years, and drinking wine, and recruiting volunteers, and obviously people signing up for our newsletter or spinning the prize wheel. So it's fun. It's exciting.
Yes. And we're in the beautiful Boulder Dam Hotel, which was built, what, 1930 or so, something like that, roughly?
1936. Oh my gosh, Tiani's around here somewhere. She'll kill us for butchering it, right?
In the 1930s. And
yeah, definitely.
They've allowed us to have an office here for many years. They've been a very strong supporter of the festival. And many of the people that come to the festival are longtime participants, either as audience or volunteers or so on. Now, this year we are virtual, and we would love to get back to the historic Boulder Theater next door, which is literally next door to this building. But we found that virtual is pretty cool also.
Yeah, I think the virtual has been an interesting learning curve for us all. So Lee, of course, you've been here since day one, and that's 18 years. You founded the festival. You had a vision. I've been with the festival for about 4 years now as a board member. And I know when we had to make that really tough decision to go virtual, it was difficult. You want to talk a little bit about what thought process went into deciding to go virtual and then how we all feel about it now?
Sure, I'll answer briefly. Yeah, it was a tough decision, but we had to worry about the health and safety of our audience, our volunteers, and other such boring things as insurance liability or whatnot. But it's important to make sure that we kept the festival going every year to show all these great films and share them with our audience. So, but there's are elements of the virtual festival that we're going to keep probably in the future. Yeah. New things are opened up to us, like the virtual Q&As and so on. I think we have another guest here. Hey, Ken.
Did you say we have another guest? Ken? Did we have Jacob here?
Ready to go? You guys want to switch out?
I'll get you out here in just a second, Jacob. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on the virtual aspect. So as the director of community outreach, we can never get that right.
Correct.
As the director of community outreach, one of the, it was really important for us to showcase Boulder City. It was important for us to make sure our sponsors felt like they were getting that visibility. So the virtual aspect and these live broadcasts that we're doing have really been actually advantageous, I feel. And I think we've done a really good job of capturing the Filmmaker Lounge, these live mixers, and of course, live broadcasting out of the office has been really successful this year. And so one of the aspects of community outreach for me, and something that we've been doing for a couple of years, is of course the poster art. We send out a call for art, usually, April, May?
Yeah,
so typically April, May, so right after the festival's over, we call for an art submission, and we, wherever they're submitting from, the community is, I think we get a ton from Boulder City. Of course, we get a lot from Las Vegas. And then I think it was 37 submissions that we got this past year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but trying to decide which one is the one.
Not easy.
It was not easy. It was not 37 submissions. The quality and the skill set is unbelievable. And so then what we end up doing is each festival year, the creative art that we use on our posters and our t-shirts, and who's wearing a t-shirt? Come here. So we got the t-shirt art right here. We got Laura, so do it again. We just got your butt in that. Thanks a lot, Ken. I mean, so we use the poster art really as the brand and the creative art for the entire festival. So we actually have the winner this year, Jacob, and I'm going to have him step in. Ken is actually going to be doing the quick interview, so we'll hand off the microphone. You guys know this face. This is Ken. He's the director of, what do you do? Good point. Not much. All right. He is a board member, and he's been around forever. So come on in.
Come on in.
This is Ken, and this is Jacob.
Hello, everybody. So first of all, I'll introduce myself. I'm Ken Seo. I'm the director of operations here at the film festival, and I've been connected with this, I think, since year one. And I am so excited. This year's poster winner is a former student of mine. So it's really exciting for me to sit here and have a conversation with him. And I'd first like to just have him introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Jacob Gallegos, and this is exciting. I mean, extremely exciting to see my poster printed everywhere. I walked in, I was like, my daughter was like, "Are you like a celebrity?" And I was like,
in Boulder City with the Damn Shot Film Festival, yes, he is a celebrity.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to be here, and yes, it's crazy to, there it is, wild. And it is crazy to be interviewed by one of my teachers, my mentors, in a sense, right? It's wild.
Thanks. So yes, me and Jacob were just talking about this. So Jacob first submitted a submission for the poster contest 2 years ago, and he was an honorable mention. Last year he was runner-up, and this year he won. So I want to just mention that because you know what? Every year, guys, if you're watching this, we do this every year, and even if you don't win or if you don't finish, if you don't place, every year we want to see your creative vision of a poster every year. And again, like Heather and Lee were mentioning, it is so hard for us to choose a winner. But with that, Jacob, my first question to you was, I want to talk a little bit about this. What was your inspiration this year for the design that you came up with?
It was more behind the scenes. You know, my creative partner, Charlie, my daughter, she always ask her, I go, what should we do? What should we do? And she's like, let's do like a behind the scenes this time. And I was like, okay. You know, being like an Eddie Stefan of movies and just loving movies, I was like, how can we adapt that with like some cool colors and some colorful people attached to it? And really the people that kind of make the movies, right? We're always so easy to be like, oh, that movie's terrible. But was it? I mean, there's so much people that go into creating such a beautiful piece of art. And I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing to showcase that. So was kind of my inspiration behind that.
And I think you did an excellent job
Thank
with
you.
that. And with that, you think maybe we can get Charlie to come in and make an appearance and say hi, see she was your partner and all this?
She's very shy. So if you want to come in, come on in.
You want to come say hi, Charlie? Just quick hi. Just quick hello.
Just wave it. Just tuck in and pick out like the old Mortal Kombat game.
Thank you, Charlie. So Jacob was an animation student of mine.
Yes.
And he was actually, I don't know if I've ever said this to Jacob, but he was actually one of my favorite students at the time. Not just because of his talent, but his work ethic. And, years later, sitting here talking to him as the winner of our poster contest, just seeing it come full circle is really cool. So, but Jacob, what have you been doing, professionally in the last decade or so?
Yeah. So when I left Art Institute, when you were teaching, I pushed myself to fall into the kind of the animation side of things, like visual arts. And I did that for a while for a lot of casinos, on the Strip. Then it eventually turned to becoming a creative director for The Wynn, where I worked hand in hand with, Steve Wynn. Didn't like working under, that a tyrant mentality. So I branched off and started an agency with my buddy Shahab for about 6 years. And then after that, I moved to Oklahoma for a little bit to kind of just see what it would be like out there. And my friend called me and said, hey, I'm opening up a meal prep company and I need your help to be a creative director. And can you come down? And we moved back and been doing that since. So being a creative director for about 12, 13 years now in Vegas and, a little bit in OKC, but mostly here in Vegas and loving every bit of it. It's such a cool thing to create and build and see those things come to life. And as he was pointing out earlier, when you create and you push your art and you don't get selected or picked, it doesn't mean that you stop. You just keep kind of finding that groove and finding that inspiration, however it may be, and you keep submitting. And one of these days it will be, picked and handed, and you can, highlight that, and you can have that for your own personal reel, whether it's branded all over the Boulder City hotel or not, like it's yours. And I think that's such an adaptation that you can do here. And they give you that creative space. It's not like you're limited, right? You have to fall within a small scope of what they want, but you can do whatever you want. And I think that's the best part of being a creative director and seeing the creatives that are attached to each and every, person that I'm working with or get to see kind of thing.
You say that. Myself and Lee were just talking about that earlier, and how it, you don't just start out that way.
No.
Right. You have to put in the time. You have to, and you're gonna have more failures than successes along the way.
Yeah.
Right. But if you go through those failures, you end up with excellent, huge successes at the end.
Of course.
Right. So you have to be willing for that. And
mistakes are like you need them to kind of grow as a person.
Absolutely.
Like people look at them such a negative, but when you make those mistakes, you're able to look and adapt and fix and change and then keep coming back. And that was kind of the cool experience that I had submitting the first year and going, okay, well, what was it that I didn't do right? And maybe I didn't showcase the damn short film festival big enough. So I was like, well, let me try it again. And then the next go around, I was like, well, maybe it was too washed, or maybe it was too the palette bled together. And I was like, well, let me try a different aspect to it. But acknowledging those mistakes, I was able to kind of submit and win. So that was like a cool experience to kind of see and really just push myself to understand what those mistakes were.
Yep. Cool. this has been so awesome. Like, seriously, when I saw that Jacob had won this year, I was like, so super awesome. And then when I heard that he was going to come down, I was super stoked.
Yeah.
Because me and Jacob haven't seen each other in a while, so it was
It's a
really cool
long
to
time.
reconnect.
20 years.
So we're gonna have Jacob actually autograph some posters for people walking through the wine walk, and we're gonna move on. Right now, what we're gonna have is Lee Lanier is gonna step back in and talk to one of our long-time volunteers. All right, Jacob, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right.
And we're back.
Hi.
Once again, I'm Lee Lanier, co-founder and director of continuity, and we have another Lee right here. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lee Edwards, and I'm actually a volunteer, and this is actually only my second year.
Fantastic. We do have some very long-term or long-time volunteers. People volunteer from year one, but it's great to always have new people come in and help us out. So last year was your first year. What made you want to come back again and help us again?
Honestly, last year was just such a wonderful experience. Everyone I've met has been incredibly nice, and it's such an amazing passion for film. And the fact that they want to give so much time to something that's such grassroots and is so important to not only Nevada, but local Las Vegas and Boulder City.
Now, there might be people out there wondering, I don't know if I can volunteer. It sounds complicated. Is it? How easy is it to volunteer?
It is incredibly easy. So for myself, the way I found it was actually through Svetlana. She posted something on Instagram. I responded. She responded back immediately. And I have been able to do this since, and I love it. And for yourself, get on Instagram, go to the website, come visit us at a wine walk like we're doing this evening, and write your name down. You have so many opportunities online to help out with us, in person at the wine walk, as well as helping throughout the festival itself, whether that be technical or promotion.
And this year, again, is a little bit different. The last 2 years, this year and last year are virtual, so that required some different volunteer strategies, right? Different things had to be done.
Yes.
When we go back to being in person, hopefully in 2023, we'll have all the on-site needs. But, it still needs to get done. So volunteers are a really critical part of our event and our organization. We really can do without them. And sometimes during a regular fiscal year, we might have up to 75 volunteers behind the scenes working on everything to make it happen. And if you're not sure if you have the right skill set, again, there's a wide variety of things you might have to do. So we can always use help. So what areas did you volunteer in, or what did you specialize in terms of volunteer?
So originally I was on the film review committee. Okay. That's how I started. And then as I continued to volunteer, more and more opportunities came up to interact with not only the filmmakers and board members like yourself and founders, but also other volunteers through the wine walk, through running the Discord throughout the entirety of it. So yeah, any type of skill set.
Now, that's a good point. You bring up the film review committee. If you're kind of curious how we select our films, they get submitted through Film Freeway submission service. And we have a film review committee that volunteers to watch all the films, rate them, leave comments. And we generally get around 1,000 films a year. So you can imagine we have to have a pretty big group do that. Try to get multiple people, like 3 or 4 people review each film. And then the programmers come in. We have a small group of programmers with more experience who look at all the ratings, look at all the comments, and start to compose the final groups of films for the audience. So if you like watching films, it's actually a really great thing to volunteer for. And obviously break it up so you don't have to watch all 1,000 films. And we're flexible enough, people can work it into their schedules, and you can do it from home.
Yes, 100%.
Every year the film review committee works from wherever they are, as long as you have an internet connection. Now, in the early days, we had like VHS tapes were running around in bags, but now the wonder of technology, so much can be done just virtually or online. Even a regular year or back in the theater, still things can be done remotely. So it's a good opportunity. So what else? Do we have anyone lined up for another interview? Okay. We have Svetlana Stefanova coming up with, I don't know, who's her guest?
No, she's my guest.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Heather's going to interview Svetlana, which we just mentioned a second ago. So thank you, Lee.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Which side do you want?
Oh, I don't care.
Which side's my best side? Hello.
Hey, how's it
And
going?
welcome to the Damn Short Film Festival's mixer in the
We're mixing it up
we're
here.
mixing it. We're definitely mixing it up. I actually asked to interview Svet because she and I share a lot of passion, similar passions for the festival. First of all, let's make sure that we talk about purchasing passes. If you want to go ahead and elaborate on what that.
It is not too late to get a pass for the entire festival. We have over 140 films, as it's been mentioned before, and 23 different programs. The pass gets you access to all of that, including all the live streams, everything. And what happens is as soon as you have to unlock a program, there's anywhere from 3 to 15 films in each program. Once you unlock it, you have 5 days to finish it. So even though the festival, our end date is Valentine's Day, February 14th on Monday at 11:59 p.m. But actually, the way it works is if you need to unlock your film block, your program, by that time. So you can get a pass at 8 p.m. on Monday and still see all 140 films. You'll have 5 days to finish that as long as you unlock it.
I'm going to interrupt you here because I think that was one of the important features of going virtual that we found so many audience members were thrilled about. And I think it was actually Lee's mom last year pointed out that last year was the first time that she actually watched every single film and she'd never been able to do that. So remember when we were in the theater, obviously you have to come to the theater in person. We have 400 seats. Not complaining about that. It's a beautiful theater. We love in person, but this is a really awesome opportunity to watch every single program and you have so much time. So even if you were to purchase your full access pass on Monday, if you go in and unlock all your programs, you have up to 5 days after that to watch everything. So I think that's a really important feature.
Another thing that we heard from our viewers, ones that maybe didn't make it to some of the later programs, say the underground or horror or music videos, never, even
who goes at 9
late.
o'clock at night?
I don't know. Some of my favorite things don't happen until after that. But so they were able to check that out and realize that they really loved that too. So it's really great way to
expose people to something that they wouldn't have been able to. Yeah. So, you've got somebody who's coming to the theater, they come to 4 programs in a day, they're exhausted, they go home. Well, now they know next year, you get the underground. You definitely need to come see horror and underground for sure. So so definitely you are not limited. If you come in right now and purchase your household pass, you have plenty of time. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Okay. So the other reason I wanted to grab Svet is because she and I share a lot of passion about Boulder City itself, about our sponsors, about our filmmakers, and really wanted to make sure that we were creating opportunities for our sponsors. And for those of you that don't know, as the executive director, basically in charge of all the sponsorships. So talk about what we offered this year for sponsors.
Yeah, so we actually saw a lot of opportunities with the virtual realm of, showcasing our beautiful town, our local sponsors, our regional and national sponsors, to not just nationally but internationally as well. And so there, there's so many other, one thing we always have is the commercials in front of that start before each program. Well, that translates perfectly into the virtual world.
Yeah, I know it, as a board member, when we were talking about going virtual, one of the questions that we asked is, are we going to be able to create as much value for our sponsors in the virtual aspect as in person? Because obviously bringing an audience to Boulder City, showcasing our different sponsors, we do a lot of special events after hours. So, the brewery across the street would host the Filmmaker Lounge and all these different aspects. How are we going to be able to do that again in the virtual world? And I think we've nailed it. I mean, designing here we are, right? This is our mixer. We're actually, who's here? What are we doing? Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, give me a second. I got stuff I'm going to share her husband with no, that's weird. Okay, give me a second. Okay, live, all the things. So really with our sponsorships, we created these live broadcast moments where you guys internationally, which is the craziest thing to me. I mean, I'm interviewing some international filmmakers tomorrow, and I can't. It's great. Like, they're not going to come here and yet we're interviewing them.
Yeah.
We're showcasing Boulder
We
City
have about
around the
an
world.
hour. This year we're doing hour-long Q&As, 45 minutes to an
it's
hour,
fantastic.
which in the theater, which was lovely with the people, the filmmakers that could make it here. But we have 10 minutes or 10, 15
and we
minutes.
have to move everybody
and
out.
turn the-
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
around.
exactly.
And now we have these great opportunities to connect. Right now when we most need it. I mean, it's just incredible for all these artists to engage in this conversation and still be able to network through the filmmaker Q&As in our virtual lounge, which is a Discord server actually, and it's there permanently. So you can connect with these people after the festival and still, we've built this community for BSFF.
And I think that's really important to note that, our filmmakers make the film festival. We love them. We try to create these experiences for them. We have a filmmaker lounge where they can interact with our board members and our volunteers. And it's really important for us to try to recreate that experience. And I got to tell you, as disappointed as we were to go virtual, it has been an amazing experience for us.
And it forced us, kicked our butt.
It
but
really kicked our butt.
Way.
Yeah, and I'm really excited. And I think you've done a great job.
Thank you. You too. I think you've done a great job.
Well, thank you very much.
We're just going to pat each other on the back.
Okay. All right, so we're getting waved at off screen. Why don't you go ahead and introduce the next guest, because you're basically married.
I didn't know he was. I don't think he's expecting to be a guest. He's over there chatting.
Are we doing this or what? All right.
Oh, I guess he knows he's going to be a guest.
I'm going to bring Lee Lanier back. I'm going to pass the microphone off to Lee Lanier. This is a live mixer. We're just grabbing people off the floor, we're making it work, and she's going to introduce the next guest.
Is James?
It's James.
All right. My husband, James Howard Adams, who introduced me to the film festival, actually.
Thank you, James.
And I'm sure Lee and James will talk about this when they get up here.
But he's also,
he's
what?
I'm still introducing you.
Yeah, hold on. It's long.
But no, I just want to say he has been volunteering since like year 2 or anyways. But yeah, he's he's city councilman for the city of Boulder City. And we're in a band called Same Sex Mary. And
do you guys want to jump in here or what?
All kinds of things. So
we're handing it off, guys.
All right.
Back again.
Hello.
Our new guest is James, a longtime Boulder City resident. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is James Adams, and I've lived here in Boulder City since my family moved here in the end of '95.
And James is on the city council, correct?
I am on the city council, yes.
And he's also a local musician.
Local musician.
So that leads to 2 questions. One is, as a politician, somebody who's involved with what's going on in the community, how important is something like a film festival here in Boulder City?
Well, I mean, this is just incredible. I mean, if you actually look at the data that's provided by the Chamber of Commerce, when you look at and talk to the businesses, I mean, this is such a huge influx into our economy, into just people being aware of what Boulder City is all about. It's a small town just outside of Las Vegas that a lot of people aren't even aware exists. And so when they come out here and they see just what we have going on, it really kind of opens up eyes. And then they come back again, maybe not for the film festival. I know people who do. They just walk by, they see the people outside the theater. Well, what's going on? They go and see a show. Then the next year they go and get a pass. And then they're coming out to Boulder City to enjoy our restaurants and everything. So
I'm glad you said that we're outside Las Vegas, because people assume we're in Colorado. We're non-Colorado now. It's actually quite nice outside. It's very warm.
I actually have gotten emails before from people in Boulder, Colorado, asking me about issues happening in Boulder, Colorado. And I'm thinking, wait, somehow they came to my email addresses.
How come you're not fixing it, James?
Yeah.
The pothole in front of my house is not being taken care of. That's cool. Now, in terms of a more personal level, you're a local musician.
Yes.
How important is it to have a creative outlet like the festival as an artist?
Again, it's so important, I think, to any community to have, arts and culture being interwoven into it. I started volunteering here with the festival, I think it was year 2. And so I just started, making friends through this. I've never personally had that much interest on the film side of things, but as a musician, seeing the music, the scoring, understanding the Foley art that goes on into so much of it, it really kind of opens your eyes, broadens the horizons. You meet so many people, and you know, we've got music videos now because of friends we've made through, you know, the film festival. So it really is, the arts are so intertwined with music, film, you know, sculpting, painting, you know, all of it. It really all kind of is one.
And it's great to see that community of people. I maybe will not remember every single person's name, but I recognize faces, and it's great to see that interaction during the festival. Even when we're virtual, like we are this year, we can still see it online. And especially when we're in person, you can really see it strongly because we put a precedence on making sure there's that filmmaker community and the ability to hang out here in Boulder City. That's what's one thing that's unique is we are a small town, and our events are all within walking distance, like 100 yards from each other. So here we're in the historic Boulder Dam Hotel, which is our headquarters, which is right next to the Boulder Theater, literally next door, which is where we normally screen the films, which is across the street from some of the restaurants we use for, you know, parties and things like that. What would you say is unique about Boulder City? Is it unique?
Well, I mean, just, you know, not to dog on our friends just above us, you know, Las Vegas and everything, but you go to conventions there or other type of events, and you travel. Yeah, you're going, you know, miles between this event here, and then you've got to, you know, hop in a cab or an Uber and get to the next one. And here in Boulder City, we are so walkable. I mean, it was designed. I mean, that's part of it. How it was created. It was a master plan community from the very beginning. When the federal government decided it wanted to build the Hoover Dam. And so, especially this downtown area, it is all so walkable. It has so much life and vibrancy and art in it, just in the design of it all. And I think that's just what kind of oozes out of Boulder City, our history, you know, respect for the culture and everything like that. It really is what I think establishes us from the rest of the Southern Nevada community.
I moved here with my wife, Anita, who's a co-founder of the festival, roughly 20 years ago. And we were looking for a small town with a walkable downtown area, and we wound up here. And it's been fantastic. It's a little bit like Mayberry. It's a bit lost in time. Occasionally, the streets roll up a bit early, and you get a little bit bored. But like you said, we're right next to Las Vegas. We're centrally located in the Southwest. So we're close to a really good airport. We're 4 or 5 hours from Los Angeles, the heart of filmmaking. We're not that far from really amazing national parks and state parks in this area. Like I said, the weather is great. It's like this window of really warm weather right now. It's like
beautiful,
70s right now. So sorry, guys, we're in the snow area. Yeah. All right. So we have our next, thank you, James. We have our next
thank you so much.
interviewees coming up. Come on in.
Hey, everybody. It's me again. I'm Ken, the Director of Operations here at the Film Festival. And I have with me another former student of mine. This is Danielle Patton. And Danny helps organize the film crew that we use for the past few years. So, Danny, welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is my first interview. I'm really excited.
Usually, Danny's the one doing the interviewing or organizing the interviewing. So, but I wanted to bring her out here and just kind of talk about. So, you know, Danny, this is your third film festival, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your experience with the Damn Short Film Festival so far?
Our first one was the last in-person one that the Damn Short Film Festival had, and I had a crew of, 13 people. It was really
it only
nice.
13? It felt like 30.
It was like 13 or 14 of us, but it was a really good experience, and it was our first film festival that we actually did as a team, and that's the first time a lot of us actually worked together. And then throughout the years, we just started to build a better connection together, and now we have our own film company from it. So that's really nice.
Excellent. See, I've heard a lot of those different kind of stories. You know, people start out. Our technical director, Keith, who's up in the office right now, overseeing all of this. Keith was also a former student of mine, and he started out running the film crew back in 2008. I think he started, and then eventually Keith was part of the festival for several years, and then eventually joined the board, and he's been on the board for So that's been a fun part for me of being part of the film festival, seeing that these individuals who they get involved in the festival, and then it evolves from there. So so what have you guys been doing today?
We've just been setting up for the wine walk for these interviews. I didn't know I was going to be interviewed, so that's a new one.
Yeah. Every year we do what we call the Dam Mixer. And this year we kind of incorporated into the wine walk. So as you can see behind us, people coming through, getting a little taste of festival wine and winning some festival prizes. So have you had the opportunity this year to catch any films yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
We've just been busy doing the live streams, making sure our audience has a great experience, and that's all we care about.
Excellent. And you can go ahead and say it. Ken, the Taskmaster, has kept you busy, right?
Yes, very much so.
So, all right, Danny, thank you very much for jumping on board and talking with us. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
To my great film crew, Dwarf Star Films. I love them. They're amazing. And I'm just happy.
Excellent. So what we're going to try to do now is I think I'm going to bring in, we're going to bring back Heather. And Heather is going to talk to Hava, who disappeared. So I guess I'm going to talk for a little while. So, yeah, I don't know. Probably a lot of funny, interesting, and embarrassing stories. But yeah, I don't know. So who's this guy right here who's directly behind the camera?
This is Tristan. We call him Pete.
We call him Pete, yes.
He has all the equipment. He's the best. And then I have Ashley on audio. I have Jay as BTS and Aaron as BTS, which is behind the scenes, to make sure we capture everything that we're doing.
So there, if you're watching, there is a theme here with me. Tristan and Jay were actually also former students of mine. Danny and Tristan and Jay all had a class with me.
Yes.
And I'm
it
sure
was storyboarding, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was
the
some
storyboarding class.
And I think they all walked out of that class every day saying, what the heck's he talking about? And who is this guy? And what am I supposed to be learning? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, fun times. But it's been amazing for me over the years to see my students and to evolve into stuff.
Yeah.
So, but actually, I think I've used up enough time. So what I'm going to do now is, because we're waiting for Hava, who is our volunteer coordinator. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring back Lee, and I want Lee to. Yeah, Heather. Okay, Heather's going to talk to Dave. Dave is our treasurer. He doesn't look it, but Dave is probably the funniest guy involved with the festival. I love Dave, and I love Heather too most of the time.
Mostly.
Yeah. So all right, guys, thank you very much. Here's Heather and Dave. Thank you, Danny.
I think Hava's outside. Go get her and bring her back to me. Where's your wine? That's my wine.
We're sharing.
No, it's COVID.
Okay. Oh yeah. We're not. No,
We're not sharing anything.
We're not.
No, but what we do share is a love and passion for the Damn Short Film Festival.
That's correct.
Yes. So you are actually our newest board member. How long have you been with us?
I think that's true. Just over about 2 years.
So those of you who don't know, there are 5 very hardworking board members behind the scenes. We have most of us you've met tonight. Oh, wait. No, all of us except for Keith. Where's Keith? Keith, do you want to come out on camera? We should get Keith. We should get Keith. Yeah, let's get Keith, because nobody ever sees Keith. We saw Keith very briefly during the opening ceremony. But, you know, there's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes, and we meet every month. So you've been with us. You actually been programming with the festival for some time.
Well, yeah, first of all, and Keith, he's our technical director, a little bit behind the scenes, obviously a critical role. So hopefully we'll get him in front of the scenes here.
Critical role? Are you kidding me? Going virtual, he is the role. Like, you count dollars, and I'm not really sure what Ken and I do yet, but we'll figure it out. But yes, Keith is instrumental. So I know he's watching. That's why we're giving him the kudos. But let's talk about you.
I was trying to say nice things to Keith. Otherwise, we'll get cut off.
No, he has the stop power,
exactly.
Right? Exactly. So David has been with us for a little over.
A couple of years. And I started attending the festival years ago, and then got volunteered to be a film reviewer, which is a huge, helpful part.
Oh my gosh, it's critical.
1,000 films or whatever the number is here that we curate, if you will, down to the 140 or whatever happens to be that year of the films that we think are the best.
Okay,
So it's
I'm
a
going to
huge
stop you
screening
just
process.
because while I think it's really important for everyone to see your face as part of our board, you are talking about something that is very critical to the film festival, and that is the review committee. And I don't know that we've really acknowledged the review committee on the scale of which they deserve because, like you said, it is over 1,000 films submitted. I mean, how many hundreds of hours is that? I mean, I know this is a short film festival, but if you think about it, the longest one I think was like 30 minutes. So that's how many films that you guys have to watch through. And you used a word that I think is really important, and that is curate. So I was talking to Lee earlier about these film submissions, and I was watching International and I was like, there's like a theme here. Do you guys, is it a call for a certain kind of films? And it's not. I don't know if you guys are into film festivals and how these filmmakers come up with all these great ideas, but there's not like a call to a specific theme. So when you guys are watching these films, what is it that you're looking for and how do you curate a program?
Well, we get we give the film reviewers some guidelines, if you will, but basically my personal guideline is what I'd like to see this film again. Well, I'd like somebody to know that I recommended this film again and whatever it is. And we have the different categories. And then this year I changed a little bit to being a programmer, which is sort of a reviewer, only I'm taking other people's reviews, consolidating them, if you will, and advancing a recommendation that it should be in the festival. And I think it's true for all the different genres, but for comedy, it really depends on what you think is funny. And people have different senses of humor. So I've read things that this must be a rate of 10, must be in the festival. Somebody else might say not funny. Well, just difference of opinion. So we try to sort that out and come up with what we think the collective audience will more likely think in this particular case is funny rather than not. But it's true for the drama and everything else. Everything brings its special aspect to it. And the idea is trying to sort through that.
And I got to tell you, spot on. I mean, I've been attending the film festival for a number of years, and the programs are spectacular. And I think, it's a testament to Lee and Anita from day one is just the quality of these films is spectacular.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys, look who it is. It is Keith behind the scenes. Switch out real quick. Just switch out. Come and sit down and talk to me. Listen.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the face right here. We joke a lot of times behind the scenes about who is the face of the film festival. And I think one of the things that we as board members have been working really diligently on is there is not one face. There are 5 board members. There is a slew of staff. There is a slew of volunteers. But can I please just say this year is dedicated. Last year is dedicated. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. You do all the hard work. All right, Keith, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Keith Holloman. I'm the technical director of the board of the Damn Short Film Festival. And
you've been doing this how long?
Oh, it's been a while. Since 2007, Ken brought me on.
Ken brought
me
Shout out
on.
to Ken for bringing on Keith.
I was doing what Danny was doing right now. I was doing production.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right, so your background is production.
Yes, I'm background.
And that's your professional background.
Yes, I have a bachelor's on digital film and video production.
So we've been doing Zoom board meetings for the last 2 years. And I have to say, every time we Zoom into your office space is like a space shuttle.
Yeah.
Like you've got.
Well, I got all the films up, but I've been watching like YouTube and stuff like that, how you can bring the ambience to your room. And since I'm thinking about going on YouTube and being an influencer, I like. Well,
wait! You can't be an influencer. We need you. Like we can't do the festival without you.
Oh, I'm gonna still be here.
Okay, as long as you're sticking around. Yeah. So if you guys are watching Eventive, not if you are watching Eventive, like I cannot tell you the hours that this man puts in.
Yeah.
I mean, how many hours do you think this year alone?
Oh my gosh. This year I started in basically November and up till now. It's just been checks, double checks, getting things ready, making sure the filmmakers' films are playing right, all that stuff. And then the live streams.
Never mind. Yeah, the lives. I was going to say, never mind the 100+ films that we make you upload into the system.
That's right. I forgot I am the submission manager, so I have to upload the films and do all of that stuff also. So
we are not worthy. We're not worthy. So I know all the filmmakers actually are in constant communication with you and Stephanie, our filmmaker concierge. And, I cannot thank you enough. And I'm sure it's really nice for all of our filmmakers to be able to see your face.
Yes. I thank the filmmakers. You guys make this festival. It's not the behind the scenes. It's you guys. We love having your films here. We love to play more of them, but we just don't have the room. And so don't get mad if it's not in the film, in the festival. They're great films. We just don't have limited time for all your films. I mean, I watch all of them, and they're awesome, great films.
Do you really watch every single submission?
Yeah, I have to. I got to make sure that they're running right. If they got some glitches, I got to call them back and say, hey, you got to upload it again.
This is a full-time job for you.
It's a full-time job, basically, because right after the festival comes submission.
So you get no downtime. No downtime. You are the festival. We're not worthy. Well, get back in there and go back to work, please. Yeah, can you make sure that the live streams aren't going wacky?
That's it, yeah. Well, thank you for interviewing me, Heather.
Oh, my gosh.
And you're awesome, too. The whole crew is awesome here. And our volunteers, man.
I tell you, we are very, very fortunate. We've got a great community that supports us. The volunteers step up. Our board members, a little wacky, but, we make it happen.
We keep it together.
Ken's waving at me. What do you got? Thanks, Keith. Get back to work. If there's any glitches, it's because he was out here. What's happening? Hi. Hello.
Well, hello, Heather.
Hello, Wine Walker. What's going on? What are you drinking? Did you get poured here, or is that from last stop?
It's from last stop, but I'm ready to be poured here
very
shortly.
Can I just tell you, I've done the wine walk, and there's not enough room to walk from one stop to the next. It's like doing shots of wine.
It is. You have to chug it.
And that is why after 42 stops on the wine walk, everyone feels really good.
Yes.
Hi, who are you?
I'm Kendra.
Kendra, where are you from?
Boulder City.
No way! Okay, I was just
crazy.
telling the board members. Sorry, that was loud. I was just telling all the board members that Boulder City residents don't do the wine walk.
Oh, that's so incorrect.
Okay, tell me all about yourself.
I live here in Boulder City.
Uh-huh.
We have 2 boys.
Aww.
And I love it here. Boulder City's awesome.
It is awesome. Are you born and raised here, or did you move here from somewhere else?
We've lived here about 4 years.
Welcome. I've been here 5 years myself. Where'd you move here from?
All over, but I'm originally from Colorado.
Very nice. We're in Colorado.
Oh, Eastern Plains.
Let's just talk about us.
Yeah. I'd rather talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me. All right, so you are just randomly walking around, not randomly, but you signed up for the wine walk.
I did, yes.
We're walking around.
Yes.
We pulled you into this. Do you know anything about the Damn Short Film Festival?
I viewed it last year.
Shut the front door. You viewed it last year.
Yes.
Okay, did you vote? Did you get all into it? Did you watch all of them? Okay.
I didn't watch all of them.
Okay,
no,
which
it
ones
was
did you watch?
virtual. The first year virtual.
Yep.
And so I was able to log on and see some of the short films.
All right, which ones did you watch? Do you
Oh
remember?
my goodness, no, I don't remember.
Was it like comedy, horror?
It was not horror. I don't like horror.
I don't either. Well, that's the crazy thing about the film festival is there's 140 plus films.
A lot.
You're talking
of
about
films.
documentaries,
Yes.
International films. I actually watched a Drama E, was that what it was? Drama E, and it was an animation, and I was very confused because I'm not an animation person.
Right.
But I really feel like there's something for everyone.
Oh, totally.
Are you going to jump in this year?
I want to. I've been getting the emails, and I just haven't had time yet.
Oh, so you must have signed up at our wine walks before and joined the newsletter.
Actually, the last wine walk, you were there.
And we get around, don't we? So this is one of the things that we've been trying to focus on. So yes, our festival is every year in February.
Yeah.
We do 4 days, hopefully in person in 2023. But one of the things that 5 days. Thanks, Svet. 5 days. the festival's 5 days. And one of the things that we're really trying to do, because we love Boulder City and the city has stepped up and supported us. We want to make sure that we are not just a festival that's 5 days in February, but that we are, making an impact year round. And one of the ways that we were able to do that is the wine walks, and it works, right? So you've got a newsletter from us every year.
I do.
Svet wants to know if it's annoying. Is it getting the newsletter?
The newsletter is not annoying.
Yay! Yes, so we're coming
now,
up.
if you sent me one like every week, yes, it would be annoying.
Okay, well, we're sending one every day during the festival. So, but it's just
I haven't gotten one every day.
Svet, she hasn't been getting one every day, so let's get on that. So, well, that's one of the things that we're really working on, our social media presence, our newsletters, really making sure that we're sharing all the information of our sponsors. Could you even, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you name one of our sponsors? Based on the newsletters? Oh, that was rude of me. I totally put you on the spot.
I could name off some business that I think would be a sponsor.
Just look at the bottom of the.
Well, Beauty Kitchen
Yes!
or Boulder City Magazine or
Damn, she's good.
Nevada Arts Council.
She's
I
quick
mean,
at least.
Yeah.
Well, I think you deserve another pour.
Why, thank
And
you.
I'm actually the one
I
that.
may already be past my limit.
How many stops have you had? How many stops have you had so far?
Not very many.
All right. Well, let's get you some more wine. I actually purchased all the wine, and I have really good taste. So
Well,
it's good.
cheers
wine.
to you.
Well, thank you very much. Here, cheers to you. We appreciate your support,
Yes.
and we'll see you on the screen.
All right.
All right, guys, check it out. Who's next? I'm out. You're coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Who's coming in? Anita, can you just hold a second?
Hi.
Good
to see you.
Okay, fine. Here. I wanted to talk to her.
Here we go. Oh.
Heather, don't go far. We're gonna share Anita. Okay.
Aw.
Again, hi guys, I'm back, and I'm super excited for two reasons. Because now, for the first time, I'm not interviewing a former student, so you guys can, don't have to hear me talk about that. But I am sitting here with Miss Anita Lanier. Too much wine already. Anita Lanier, one of the co-founders of this festival. Hi, Anita.
Hi, it's good to be here. Thank you for all your hard work, Ken.
I don't
It's
do
awesome.
anything, according to Heather.
Here you are. And everyone's hard work.
Yeah.
We're putting this together. This is neat.
Isn't it amazing?
I forgot about it. I was flipping through Instagram, waiting to do my Q&A upstairs, which is at 7 for drama C&D. But yeah, then I saw, something's live. What's that? Okay, I better get dressed and come on down.
A quick note: not only was Anita the co-founder along with her husband Lee, and she's had a couple, at least 2 stints on the board.
Probably more.
Maybe more, right? But Anita's also stays connected with the festival, and she is one of our programmers. Anita programmed all of the drama and international films this year.
Yeah, this is my 3rd year of programming with Isla Crowley, and it's been a wonderful experience, and it's very emotional to watch so many short films, because I think in drama alone, maybe about there were 300 submissions, and I think maybe about 50 got programmed in the drama category, and then there were some overlapped. So it was a lot of viewing, and you really have to watch them all in October to meet all of our deadlines. And so that was my days off for all of October, was just watching the short films, and they all pack an emotional punch, as I think that viewers will notice that they run the whole gamut of, joy, sorrow, grief, anger, just everything. And a lot of storytelling in those short films.
And that's why we do what we do. It's funny because every year I am always like, man, I want to be a programmer. I never get to be a programmer. But then I hear like how difficult it is to narrow it down. And I think to myself, maybe I'm lucky that I'm not.
It's pretty agonizing. And then sometimes, it'll just be down to 3 films and you're trying to fit them in like pieces of a puzzle and other things. Our former director, John Labani, once had said that he almost did a program with shopping carts, and he couldn't get that 3rd film with the shopping carts. And I had one with Santa's Misbehaving. It's like, there was one that I could have programmed with Santa's Misbehaving, but it was lacking that hopeful element, and we like hope and we like positivity at the Damn Short Film Festival. And it was painful because it was a really great film, but it's like, well, someone doing bad things in a Santa suit isn't quite enough, but we do have 2 misbehaving Santas that are in a couple of the blocks.
This year?
Actually, I think they're in the same block. Yeah. Watch for the Santas.
Watch for the Santas. That's excellent. Hashtag watch for the Santas.
Watch for the Santas.
Cool. Actually, what I want to do is, because I want to share this, because this is actually a treat, ladies and gentlemen, to have Anita with us tonight. We love Anita. Anita is not only does she keep Lee grounded, but she does keep us as well. So I'm going to bring Heather back, because I want Heather to have some Anita time. So I'm going to step out and bring Heather back, and we're going to leave Anita here. So here we go.
Nothing. Oh. Hi, Heather.
I miss you so
I
much.
miss you too. I know. It's
my
so nice to
gosh.
see your whole face.
I know. Well, there's that. I'm gonna put my
There's
wine
that
down right
too.
now. Aren't you doing Q&As? When's your?
And my Q&A's at 7.
Okay, so we're doing good, right?
Yeah, we're doing good.
How are you liking the virtual Q&As?
It's a little challenging because I'm not a media person. It's if you're not a media person, getting used to holding a microphone and sticking things in your ears
So
and
you're
figuring out
uncomfortable
where
right
to yeah. I'm never uncomfortable looking into your eyes, Heather.
Aw, shucks. No, it's
But it is, your eyes are looking around. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's more respect for people who have to
Yeah.
talk in front of the camera.
Do you? I know when I first came on the board, you were still on the board, and we talked about doing, quarterly events and changing up the format, and you were always one to say, no, we're sticking to our guns, and the format is what it is. And I think that's a testament to the success of the film festival, and I appreciate that. So has it been challenging to see the festival go virtual? Am I putting you on the spot?
No, I mean, I don't have a lot. I mean, the festival being virtual is like due to pretty much everybody's hard work but mine. I watch a lot of the films and I program them, and that's been a really, really great fun. But the organization with Keith and Lee and Svetlina and everybody, and you and getting this going to the meetings, and Dave, everybody, having such a hardworking board and volunteers, that's really what makes it happen. I mean, I watched a lot of films this year, and it was fun to pull it all together as like a puzzle, like some sort of story Tetris.
Okay,
getting it all in.
The running joke on the board is that this is like confessions right now. So, I got involved with the festival because I'm very committed to community outreach and sponsorships and special events. And, occasionally I went in and watched some films. And so over the years, I've been drawn in. Obviously, if I'm in Q&As, Lee always tells me, you have to watch the films you're doing Q&As for. So I've been watching the films, and now I'm in, I'm hooked. I cry. I'm so excited. Like, the films are just amazing. And I messaged Keith the other night because I'm doing Q&As for the international block.
Yeah.
And I was bawling my eyes out. I called Keith and I said, who in the heck programmed the international? And I was like, what's the deal? Like, it is about women's, suppression and women finding their voice. And then they told me that you're the one that programmed it. Can you talk a little bit about how you program something and pick the films out and curate? We talked a little bit with David about curating these programs, because it's powerful. Like, you guys are mad skills.
It's a lot to watch. And I mean, the main thing is just when it comes down between two really good, solid, technically sound films that have story, and they might be similar. So, I mean, it's easy to see what's good enough to be programmed. There's lots of films that are very good that will be programmed in other festivals. So I think what's difficult is just sometimes it's the length. Sometimes, like there's one international block that has 3 long films in it.
Yes.
But one of them, and this is where Isla, my co-programmer, has been so helpful, is just sort of sanity check. Like, is this really too long? Is this, does she have the same feeling about it?
Yeah.
And then there's some back and forth about messages, and is this too messagey? Is this kind of agenda driven?
Right.
And so Isla and I did a lot of work, especially with sort of the sanity check. Like, I think this is a little too
heavy.
There's
right.
a little soapboxing with this one. And because we avoid political agendas,
Right. We really,
and
we do.
and
Yes,
really
you
want
do.
to have films that tell a really solid story.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so like the international block, it was wonderful to have the freedom with the virtual format. It'd be harder to do this with it in the theater.
Sure.
Was to have those 3
we
really
had the
long
liberty.
films, I think, in International A.
Yeah.
And then those 3 long films in the south of the border, which is such a great. I love
truly
that block. I mean, I
amazing
love all
stuff.
the blocks, but that one was like.
Well, thank
really
you
knocks your
so
socks
much
off.
for founding the festival and your long-term commitment and being a programmer. It's very powerful, and I appreciate you so
Well,
much.
thank you. I appreciate you too.
Thank you. We're all pouting each other. But I could talk to you about this forever, but we are running out of time. And I do want to give a shout out to our volunteer coordinator that we brought on a couple months ago and who's been doing an amazing job. So I'm going to have you pass that off to Hava.
All right, Hava. right,
I'll
thank
talk to you
so much.
after.
All right,
Bye.
thanks.
Oh wait, we're having a party at my house, so please make sure you come.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I just heard about this.
Oh, sorry. Who's coming? Hava's talking to Lee. I missed that.
They don't want me on the camera anymore. Nice to meet you. I live in Mexico, so I want to talk to
All right, guys, we're a little short on time, but I wanted to make sure to introduce Hava, our volunteer coordinator, who's new.
Hi.
So, can you explain why it's important to have volunteers on a project like this?
This project is huge, and there's so many jobs to do that they're endless. So the volunteers are the most, in my opinion, the most important part of the festival. They keep everything running smoothly. We have volunteer jobs throughout the year. It's not just festival week, but festival week is just crazy. There's so many fun things to do. Besides Wine Walk, which is right behind us. But yes, come be a part of the festival. Come be a part of the Damn Short Film Festival. It doesn't matter if you live in the area. You can work on the festival remotely. All the information about being a volunteer is on the website, damnshortfilm.org. Please work with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Hava. I think we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up, guys. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining us for the Wine Walk live stream. The Mixer live stream. We have more films for you to watch. You can buy passes.
Voting at 2 p.m.
Voting goes to 2 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday. Awards will be announced 7 p.m. Anyway, and you can buy passes up through
11:59 p.m.
11:59 p.m. on Monday. Plenty of chances.
14th,
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
And happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you later.
Damn Short Film Festival Love.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place.